where the very first archaeological excavations in Oyo Ile were conducted in 1959 by Frank Willett. He excavated inside this rock shelter that he called Méjiró Cave, but in anglicized tone of Frank Willett, he calls it Méjiró, and that tone has become the dominant tone we use to call it Méjiró, but it's not Méjiró, it's Méjiró. The name, we don't really know exactly what the people of Oyo Ile call it. They might have called it Méjiró, but after the city was abandoned, there were hunters that would come here before the site became a forest reserve and later became a park. There were hunters that would come around here, and this used to be one of the places that they would hide from rain or from elements. And then the name Méjiró stuck. Now they might have called it Méjiró as well, because we find evidence here that there were Oyo people also used this place. So Frank Willett did the first excavation here, and it discovered two occupational layers. One was a later Stone Age population that lived here. We estimate that population will have been here around 4,000 to 5,000 BC. Then, at a very much later period, the Oyo Yoruba people arrived, and that is a very recent 1570 archaeological layer. So, in our own work in 2018, when we came here, there are some issues that Frank Willett raised that forced us to ask the question about the relationship between those later Stone Age people and the Oyo people. So we did a follow-up excavation to see whether there was a relationship between the two, as Frank Willett speculated. So I can take you now to where we did our excavation. So actually we did an excavation somewhere here, where Mr. Peter here is standing. We did another one underneath the rock over there. The reason why we chose this area is that this would have been like a site where people came together for social activities. Now, inside the cave, that was where Frank Willett excavated. And if you can follow me here, so Frank Willett excavated here, and there are two pillars which he used to demarcate his excavation point. Frank Willett, when he excavated in 1968, he did us a favor by erecting two pillars to demarcate where he excavated. Archaeologists usually do that to make sure that the future archaeologists will not duplicate, because if we had excavated this place, it would have been useless to us because it has been disturbed. So these two pillars demarcated where Frank Willett excavated. So when we came, we decided that we are not going to work here because someone has already done the work there. Then we located our own excavation outside the rock section, because this is the drip line. When it rains, the drip line will have been here, and when it's not raining, people will have likely used this place more than that, because that place is not comfortable. People can sleep there, but it's not a place where people can stand up and do anything. So most of the activities will have been here. However, despite the fact that we put our excavation here, the very same sequence that Frank Willett found over there, later Stone Age below, or your period above, is the same thing that we found here. But we were able to determine that there was no relationship between the two. The Oyo elements arrived several thousands of years after the later Stone Age people had already left this place. The later Stone Age people made stone tools, basically, and the Oyo were Iron Age people. Now, there's another story about this place that is important. In the last 20 years, we have oral traditions indicating that when Oyo Ile occupied this site, there were some spiritual activities that used to take place inside this rock shelter. And in fact, if you are brave to crawl inside, you can actually crawl into it. There's a cave behind it that that I've never crawled it, but I've climbed the hill. There's a cave that that is behind it, and there's a story that there is a spiritual force that resided or still resides inside the cave, and that the priests will go in there to make sacrifices, to worship the spirit. So that is one of the uses that the site was used for in the 17th, 18th, 19th century. But we also know that it was a site of rendezvous. People hang out here from their homes. They will come here and hang out, and people will find ceramics and other things, cowries, and their food remains. They will also hang out here as well. So these are the two perspectives that I can share with you from archaeological point of view and also from oral tradition. The oral tradition claims that this place was a spiritual site, and there's evidence of that. In fact, this rock shelter has two compartments. There's a compartment one here, and if we go down, there's another compartment. So this is the wall separating the two compartments. This is the wall. There's another compartment here. And you can see several broken pots, which I'm picking up here. You can see the evidence of human habitation. These are storage pots. I think that people are used to store water, to store sorghum beer. So these are not things that you can lift. They are permanently located in the place. So you find many of them here. So this will have been, you can see many of them on the ground. So they will have also used the space to collect rainwater and store them here to make it cool, so they can come here and drink the water whenever they want. So this is another practical use of the rock shelter. Imagine you coming from the farm in the middle of the day. You're looking for something cold to drink. There are pots of water here, or beer, sorghum beer. This would be a nice place to hang out and just drink cool water. So that's why you find many large fragments of large pots here.
And also take shelter from the rain.
Yes.
Is that a pointer to the name?
Yes. Méjiró. That's what it means.
Okay.
Take shelter from the rain.
Yeah.
Méjiró. What does that mean in Yoruba?
Odipe, holding two together.
Méjiró.
A duo, AG. So it's something else altogether.
It's not Méjiró.
And it doesn't make sense. Why do you need to make Méjiró? Yeah.
So
yeah.
So this is how.
Yeah.
But this is in textbook now.
Yeah. And then it becomes and then àmì tún wà lórí ẹ̀. Even àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà níbí tó ń gbé kínní tí wọ́n tún fi àmì yẹn sí wrong.
That's what they meant in the textbook. So they just use
everyone
think outside the box now and just try to shake the table a little bit. I'll try to attach this to what you just explained to us over there.
Yeah.
This pillar holding two compartments.
The two compartments, then it's not something the eyes can easily discern immediately.
Yeah, the one
yes.
that will say that
yes.
compartments.
The ordinary people, it's just one rock.
It's one rock.
Yeah.